Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Movies and Mouths. I'm your boy Hollywood KP. As usual in the building, we got my guy B Moore. What's up with you, sir?
What's going on?
And joining us today, as usual, we got two special guests, two of my favorite people, actually. We got Daisha Breedlove in the building. How are you?
Hi, KP. It's been too long.
Way back.
It's been years.
It's like our way back.
It's our way backs right now. And ladies and gentlemen, joining us, we have an amazing artist. Phenomenal actress, a superstar individual. Okay, we have the Porscha Coleman in the building.
Thank you. I'll take all of
There's so
that.
many multi-hyphenates that you have.
I know. You swear I was a drug dealer, too. But I'm not. Wow.
Hey,
It's a lot of hyphenates,
Yeah. How are y'all today? How's everything going?
Good.
Doing good.
Good,
Doing good.
good.
It's nice and warm today. Really warm.
Right?
It's
It
warm.
is.
Is it too hot in here?
It's hot
Do
in
I
here
need
today.
to get it?
No, it's just the energy's going to be hot in here, so we
Right.
can't help
Okay,
that.
because
Okay,
normally
okay.
it'd be like on happy feet cold up in here. And we was like,
Really?
all right, we ain't want it to be too crazy, but we
Right.
can.
Well, we got
Ice
good
it out.
vibrations, so we good.
Okay.
Thank y'all for
energy.
coming, by the way. It's good to
Thank
see
you
y'all.
for having us.
Yes.
So normally what we used to do trailer talk, where we would get right into it and we would watch a couple different movie trailers and we would talk about them, but we switched it up.
Nice.
Okay. I like
Okay,
it.
we switched it up. We just rapid fire questions just to
wanna
get
get
some
straight
things
to it.
going. Straight to it.
Okay.
Okay, rapid fire. Porscha, I'm going straight to you first.
Okay.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, go-to karaoke. It has to be, I like Jodeci, Come and Talk to Me.
Okay, can you give me how does that go?
I've been watching you for so very long.
Yeah, okay, I know
You know
that
what
song.
I'm saying?
I know that.
It's sexy. It's sexy.
If you could have dinner with any fictional character, who would it be?
Ooh, fictional character?
Fictional.
Oh my gosh. Maybe the guy from 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh wow.
Oh my goodness, you went from Jodeci to 50
Why not?
Cent.
It's a fictional character.
Yeah,
It is Christian
It's
Grey
a-
or whatever. his
Christian
name
Grey.
was?
Right.
Yes.
You know exactly
He
what
was-
she's talking about.
He
Why
want to
not?
tie you up and hold you down.
Yeah, that's
It's a date. We didn't say it's got to be to tie it up.
Oh,
I want to
yeah.
get into his mindset and
Yeah.
see what he's thinking.
See what he's
Okay.
thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Favorite childhood snack?
Ooh, I liked Gushers.
Oh, that's a
Gushers
good one.
my
That's a
shit
good
too.
one.
Hey,
That's
KP
a
still
good one.
eats Gushers to this day.
Gushers was my favorite too.
I'm
To this
torn.
day.
They're
Yeah.
so good.
If you could instantly become an expert in anything, what would it be?
Oh, mind reading.
Ooh, that's
Absolutely. I don't
Nice.
want to have to guess what someone's thinking.
Nice,
Let me just read your
nice.
mind.
Okay. What is your guilty pleasure when it comes to TV shows or movies?
Ooh, guilty pleasure. I am guilty of watching First 48.
Okay.
I love
Okay.
that.
I kind of like to solve crimes, so
Okay.
I'm that first person to be on Netflix.
So you think you Law and Order out here?
Oh yeah. I'm a
She a
solve it. I'm gonna be
detective.
like detective. Go holler at the cousin. The cousin did it.
That's exactly
Yes, I like something that'll make me think about
Yeah.
what could have happened. Some true life stuff.
What's one food you absolutely cannot live without?
Ooh, one food I can't live without. Water. I mean, it's not considered
Water.
food.
Water.
It's liquid, but I do love water.
Okay.
No,
I
a
hate
food.
water.
You hate
That's why
water?
her skin glowing like that.
You got to drink alkaline water. It's so much better than
She
regular
gave you
water.
tips.
It is.
I'm just telling
Okay,
you. I'm just
okay.
telling
See,
you.
that's why her skin is.
Yeah.
flawless.
Yeah.
Thank you. But no, actual food,
Yeah.
I'm guilty. I do like bread. I do.
Okay.
I mean, at any meal, I'm kind of like, so you ain't got no bread? Like,
Damn.
it goes with everything.
Right.
You're going to get...
So dinner rolls and all, as long as it's some kind
as
of.
long as I like it well toasted. I like some nice little crispy bread with some little butter. Like when you go to Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. Oh, you like
that brown bread.
Girl, that brown one.
All I
That
tell
brown
them,
one.
don't give me the white bread. I need the brown bread.
We
Yes.
got a bread connoisseur.
I-
Next
do.
time we know we'll have the bread up here.
No,
ready.
not just randomly. It's got to be with something else.
Oh, okay. Just not you just not eating bread by itself.
Yeah, I don't want to just eat it by itself,
Okay.
but you got to dip it in something.
Okay. And then give me a hot take about a film or TV show. A hot take. Give me something.
Oh, a hot take. Can I give you one of mine?
Yeah.
Hot take. Catch a girl on Power Book Force coming up.
Okay, drop that. I didn't even know that she's gonna drop that.
Let me drop a ball on y'all real quick.
Nice.
That's the Tommy.
Yes, that's
Tommy,
Tommy, Chris Lofton
Chris
in
Lofton,
real
I was
life.
about to say,
Chris
that's the
Lofton.
homie.
Chris
Chris
Lofton.
Lofton, Isaac Keys,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Joseph Sakura. I am on the
That's
show.
lit.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
lit.
We're going to get into more of that. We'll get into
I'm
more of
about,
that.
we
Exactly.
gotta wait because I want to ask her about. I'm a pop.
You gotta wait.
Hold on.
You gotta wait.
Okay.
We'll get to
We'll
it.
talk about it because I
Okay.
actually just got back from Streetport from 50 Cent's weekend that he had actually out there for his
Okay.
studio launch. We
Okay.
can talk about it.
We'll get to that. We'll get to
yeah.
that. Let me switch over here
Yeah.
to you, D.
All right.
Yo.
Okay. Go to karaoke song.
I would say Falling by Alicia Keys.
Falling by
Oh.
Alicia Keys. I don't
Yeah.
think I've really seen anybody do that for karaoke.
Go
It's a
ahead.
hard
Go
song
ahead.
to
Give me
do.
the beginning.
I keep them falling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you cheating.
I
No
love
karaoke.
Alicia
A little bit, but
You-
that's my song. Classic.
Okay,
I love
that's
that
fine.
song.
If you could have dinner with any fictional character, who would it be?
Ooh, if I can have dinner with any fictional character, who would it be? I would say Hercules.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah, nice and strong, masculine, powerful.
Okay.
A real man.
King of the jungle.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Now it's getting crazy. You have not seen
We
any
got-
live action
we got-
Hercules. So you thinking about the Disney
We got Chris
cartoon?
Yeah,
Grey and Hercules.
And Hercules is
You know,
crazy.
I know. I'm a big Disney fan, so I grew
Okay.
up watching Disney. That's just I'm still stuck there.
Ain't there's nothing wrong with that.
I am.
I'm like
Wrong
that
with
too. Yeah. Favorite childhood snack?
Hot Cheetos.
Oh, your fingers will be
Yeah.
red.
That makes
Yes.
sense.
Oh, Hot
That's
Cheetos.
That makes sense.
I'm like I still eat them to this day.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Wild.
Hot Cheetos.
It could,
Nice.
if you could instantly become an expert in anything, what would it be?
I would say accounting.
Accounting.
Yeah, just because
about that paper.
numbers, money,
Yeah.
learning how to do business behind the scene, and also being in control of my own money.
Yeah.
Once I had that skill, I don't even need anybody else. I can handle everything
That's
myself.
nice. I suck at math, so I
Yeah.
definitely
Right.
That's what
Most
I'm
people all
like.
hated math.
Yeah.
I cannot
Yeah.
do that. Let me see here. If you had any superpower,
You know what? I would say I would have to agree with Porscha reading minds, just because
so y'all want
again,
to cheat. Y'all just want to.
just because it's like
Remember that
you know-
Taraji movie? What men want?
Oh, yeah.
But it's a remake
The
of the
reverse
male
of
Gibson
it.
joint. Yeah.
What women want, what men want.
I mean, you wouldn't, like you said, you'll never have to know what anybody's thinking, and
Period.
you'll never have to second guess anybody because I don't know when you're lying. So
Y'all got trust issues or something.
Man.
I don't know. What's going on here?
I know.
If you could travel to any decade in history,
ooh, that's a good one.
That's a new one, huh?
Maybe that's a new one.
I mean, I was like, I ain't want to ask all of that.
I like it.
I would say probably the slavery days.
Wow.
Because I recently had the honor of playing Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
And that was very powerful for me and very surprising I even got the part. But it was definitely empowering and just to go back into that mindset and lead others and go back to that time. It was a time.
Nah,
so
yeah.
after doing the
But
research,
you want to go back to that?
I'm gonna tell you
I would
one
say
thing.
go back because I want to free more slaves.
just- okay,
I mean, come
okay.
on now.
I'm just
Like,
confused on why we
I know. I was
wanna-
like, what you want to be
We've
in
come
it?
so
Or
far.
like,
I'm
I'm
gonna tell you,
like, how
you come
far
so
would you
far.
want
You
to be
can't
in
pay
that,
me
though?
to go back to slavery times, okay? I couldn't even go. I don't even want to see what's happening
Yeah.
back there. That's tough.
I don't know. It was powerful. Just like
Yeah.
I said, after doing the research, it was a time.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was-
What's a food you can't live without?
salad, greens. I gotta have my greens every day.
Gotta have your greens.
Yeah. Any meal, I gotta have some greens with me. Like it helps the digestive system, all that. So
Okay.
I'm a big salad person.
And give me your hot take on a TV show. Give me or a movie. I want something like that. Give me something though that you feel people like. Look, I feel like this, but everybody else feels like that. Here's my hot take.
Controversial.
Okay, I would say my hot take on a movie would be on Soul Food, the bathroom scene.
Okay.
Oh, when he went in there and
about it?
smashed.
When he went in there, I don't know, that was just very fiery for me. I mean, it was very impulsive
I thought
and
Okay, that was fine. I thought you was gonna say hot take. I didn't think the cousin was wrong and so
Right. I thought she was going to be a girl.
no,
Like the cousin. But you know what the main hot take is from Soul Food is like what's her name? The auntie wasn't the actual villain. Because remember how they used to try to portray
Of course. You talking about
her-
Vanessa Williams?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They tried to portray her as the villain the whole
Yes,
movie.
they did.
And then
They
when you
did.
go back as an adult and you're like, wait,
She was a boss.
she was
she
a
was
boss.
definitely
Yeah.
a boss.
Her husband
Right.
quit this job
Yeah.
and wanted her to fund everything. He was taking money to fund
Yeah.
his dreams
Yes.
without telling her.
The
cousin was a freeloader.
The sister
That
took
part.
her
Took her man.
back in the day.
Back in the
Then
day.
had married him and had kids. She
Yeah.
had trauma to get over it.
Yeah, she had to go through a lot of
Yeah,
stuff. She had
Big Mama was making her pay for the house and take over the family, but Big
For
Mama
real.
had money stashed away.
Right.
Stashed
Yeah.
up.
You know what I'm saying? Then
so
cousin
she was the
Faith,
one with the most
Cousin
sense
Faith.
in the
yeah,
whole house.
cousin
danced her
Faith
way
came
into
in.
people. Just and then remember that scene when she danced and she hit him with the. She didn't have that play the
She
piano.
had
Hit him
me with
the-
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then they invited cousin Faith back to dinner
Back to
afterwards.
dinner.
Like, hey, don't worry
Cousin
about that.
Faith
We
would've
gonna
got
be cool.
slapped up.
That's
Yeah. Cousin
did
Faith.
her wrong.
They
Cousin
did.
Faith
They
would have had
definitely
the
did.
whoop de wop.
Right. You know, I should have said that part. That was the main part.
was
That was the main.
Yeah, that was something.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
What kind of movies and shows do y'all normally watch? Especially being in the industry, I'm sure you all have like your main go-to
Go-tos.
genres, or how often do y'all watch?
Do you
films?
consume a lot of TV?
You have to. I think
Okay.
I do consume a lot of TV because I still have like direct TV, so I'll DVR pretty much a lot of
DirecTV.
things. I do because I like my DVR box.
Yeah.
You know the good thing about it is that no, for real, you can actually program. Like I have my name program, so like if stuff that I was on before like
wow.
re-airs.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
dope. I
and
didn't know
it
you could do
records
that.
for me. Yeah, so I like watching a little bit of everything. Just at least one episode, whether I love it or hate it, I'm still gonna at least tune in. But I would like to do a thriller. Like I did get a chance to do like a thriller in Hawaii. It was a
that would
shark
be
film. It
nice.
was called
Yeah.
Man Eater. So I had a
Okay.
chance to do the screaming and the hollering and people dying kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I do like things like thriller. But of course, a good comedy I can't do
Yeah,
without.
Yeah.
you
How
did
was your
that.
scream?
Like-
Don't give it to us, but how was your scream? Is it like, is it scream?
It was Why you do it like that?
The scream is
Like-
important. It like brings you into the film. Like some people have a distinct.
Well, first
scream.
thing I looked at in the movie was, do I die or not? And if I
Okay.
do, when? Because that's a
Right.
big deal. Like in movies, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not gonna die first.
I think they
Yeah.
got away from making black people die first in the movies now because
Right.
you can't.
Why is that?
It's
Too
too
predictable.
stereotypical. You can't do that anymore now. You got to give
they
us a
need you
little
in the
while.
sequel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you gotta
then
give us
everybody dies though, practically. So it's not
Okay.
like it was just me in this one. But I lasted to like page 75. I was like, oh, this is big.
Okay.
This is big. So
Nice.
I just like a good plot. To me, I think everything in a story, like how does it end? You know what I'm saying? Like even with a TV show, like
Yeah.
there's always a message.
Right.
Even if it's
Always.
a comedy, something happens with the kid, and then the parents
Yeah.
got to teach the lesson, and then it's like, oh,
Right.
so
Okay.
I just try to see how they try to do an arc really
like
in
that
23
story
minutes
arc.
because
Yeah.
a comedy
You're-
is short.
You're not either more drawn to a comedy versus a thriller versus a drama, or
I
it
like I'm
doesn't
gonna go
matter
see
for
a
you?
thriller in the theaters. Like I gotta see a thriller in the theaters. Like if
Yeah.
it's like a Deadpool, that's like an action comedy. I
Yeah.
need to hear the sound effects.
Gotta hear it.
I gotta
Yeah.
hear it. I
Yeah.
need the seats
Yeah.
shaking.
yeah.
A
Did you see
comedy,
that?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
I have not. No, I plan on it. I know. Trust me, I'm gonna go see it. I was in
Yeah.
Shreveport when it came out. I'm going to go see it because I need my actions in the
Yeah.
theater.
Right.
Comedies I can watch more at the house, or
Yeah,
just
yeah.
once
you don't
on
need the
TV.
big screen for
I don't
that.
need a
you
big
know what I
screen.
mean?
Like I said, I went to the What Women Want, like that premiere with Taraji. And
Oh,
them.
nice.
It was great. It was in the theater, but it's not like something that you have to see there because it's not
Netflix,
like.
Prime, you would have been
Yeah,
okay
I
at
would
the
have
crib.
been good. I would have been good.
Yeah, what about you, D? What do you normally like to embark on when it comes to TV and film?
So I actually love romance movies.
Oh, look
I
at
mean,
you.
yes, my last name is Breedlove, so I'm all
Yeah.
into like lover girl.
That's your real
movies.
last name? I thought
Yes.
that was
I
like
thought
your...
that was too.
Yeah, that's my real last
Breedlove.
name. Yes.
What is the origin of the last name? Do you know?
I did a little bit of research. I don't know if it's true, but yeah, I mean, I don't really know because I've seen a couple of different things. I need to do my
I've
research.
never,
Never
I've never
heard,
seen that.
ever.
Right.
I've
Yeah.
never seen
Yeah.
the
I
last
thought it was a
name.
nickname.
Like, what country does it come
Yeah.
from?
Right. Yeah. Hit your
Yeah.
23andMe. It'll tell you like the
Yeah.
origin of your name
Yeah.
and everything. It's pretty cool.
You know what? I'm gonna actually do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I love romance movies.
What's your favorite?
The Notebook.
Oh,
Oh,
and
my
Love and
God.
Basketball. I actually got two. So those are like my
That's
two
like a
favorite
sad
movies.
romance movie.
That shit is good though. And you know
I
she
love
just,
it.
you saw she just died recently too.
She did pass away a couple
from
weeks
what
ago.
she had in the
That's so
movie.
sad.
From,
Dementia.
the
Oh,
dementia.
wow.
Yeah.
Dementia.
That's
Yeah.
That
crazy.
is crazy.
It's so
Yes.
funny how our tastes are like totally
I
opposite.
know, I know. And I love funny too, but I love like romance and just ones that tell a story and things that go from like, you know, horrible to happy endings. And I'm all about that. So I'm really big on love.
Happy ending.
She's a love. What sign are you?
I'm a Taurus.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm a Cancer moon, Cancer rising.
Cancer.
So we here. Remember,
We went through this side thing
Yeah,
earlier.
Yes.
we
What's
did.
your rising sign? You don't know?
I don't know what any
We
of
don't
that.
know about any of that.
I'll
but
calculate it for you guys.
Well,
I
he's
need
a-
your birth time.
He's a Pisces.
I'm a Pisces.
I asked him.
But your rising sign has a lot to do
It
with
does.
who
Do
you
you know
are.
your rising?
Yeah, my rising is a Leo.
Oh,
and my
that's-
moon is in Taurus.
How would you
No
even
way.
determine shit like that?
It's the calculator. It's
Shoot, you got
all I
to
can
be a
do it
woman.
for
Because
you.
you have to know when you're born. You have to know the day.
Just your birth time. Hopefully
time.
you know your birthday.
Right.
Your mama told you.
I mean, well, yeah, okay. You gotta know the time.
Okay. You're kicking in.
All right, touche. Time of when was? Do you know? What time
I
you
don't
was
know
born?
what time of
You
day.
don't?
No, I
Your
don't.
parent, come
on
on,
our
you
birth
gotta call your
I
mom.
mean,
and
my
ask.
mom probably knows.
Your birth certificate. You
But-
could go right online and get
Yeah.
it in 15 minutes if you don't have it.
But what's your sun sign? What's your main sign? Your birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah,
My birthday?
Your
oh,
birth
I'm an
month.
Aries.
Oh,
Okay.
fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fire.
But you guys should definitely look up your moon and rising because
Yep.
it tells a lot about why
Everything.
you feel the way that you feel and how other people see you. Mm-hmm. So
Your
Y'all use
rising-
crystals and stuff too, don't y'all?
No.
I don't
Y'all
go
be
that deep
creative with
into it.
crystals.
No.
Nah, I don't go that
Astrology
deep into
is
it.
so deep though. Like your rising sign is really how you present yourself, how people first meet you.
Exactly.
So like you are a Pisces sun, but your rising may be a Virgo. Or
Right.
Do you utilize that?
Right. I was going to say, like, what's a practical way that I could use that information if I knew it?
I was gonna say, do you use it in like relationships? Like I can't mess with this
can.
person
Oh,
because
yes.
his
You can't. No,
rising sun doesn't match with my eternal flame.
No, that's a little much. But
So
you
because
can
of
know
that-
about who they portray, like when you first met them or who they are now or how they deal with conflict. Like to me, that's a big deal. Like how does someone deal with a conflict?
Okay. And you
Exactly.
can tell by the
You can
sign.
tell. Oh, yeah.
can
Some
tell.
signs presented differently. They want to talk it out. Some people are like avoiders. I don't want to talk about it now. I got to come back to it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like it really does help you know how to deal with people, even your coworkers, your bosses.
Or some
Yeah.
people don't know what they want. And I'm like,
That
okay,
part.
you're a Gemini moon. It makes sense.
That part. I'm gonna need to know some answers.
yeah. It's just interesting
It
to
helps
know.
a lot. It's
And-
really good.
Guys don't really be on all this kind. This is just
I knew you were
this
gonna
is a
say
female
that.
thing.
So
be,
that's what I'm
though.
saying.
This has to be
They
just
should
You
a,
be.
should be. Yeah, a great app, just side note, is called CoStar. CoStar is one of the best apps that
Okay.
you could
It
go
is.
to just to get it, and you can add friends, and then you could compare charts, and it'll say how you deal with something is how this
100%.
person. Like, it's
And are
so
you an
good.
ambassador of this brand or
Not
what?
at
Now
all.
we gotta
No,
look-
It's just real life.
No, this is real life. I honestly have studied
support that.
astrology since I was a child. I loved astronomy.
Yeah.
I love
Wow.
stars. So for me, astrology is just always just a part of life. It's cool.
would you consider yourself, both y'all, spiritual to a degree? Do you use signs? Do
Go
you
for
use
it.
Look, I'll go first. 100%.
Okay.
Yes, because knowing who you are is so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's. I went on a journey of just soul searching and trying to figure out like, why am I this way? Why do I feel this way sometimes? Like, who am I? What was my purpose on this earth? And it wasn't until I digged into myself, I was able to really clarify that. And I'm like, okay. And now I just feel more aware, more present. And
Nice.
yeah, I mean, when you know who you are, nobody can take anything from you. So
Nice.
Right. No, I'm definitely spiritual, but I believe in God. So I'm very like Christian. At the
Yeah,
same
I'm a
time, I
Christian
grew
also.
up going to actually 2 churches, in His Presence, which was
Nice.
out here in Woodland Hills,
Nice.
and then Church on the Way that was here in Van Nuys. So it's like I believe that there are, of course, other things, like if someone's Buddhist, that's their belief. That's fine. Like,
Right.
I don't have a problem with what
Same.
someone else believes. I have a problem with someone that doesn't believe in anything. Because there's something.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
you can't just think that you are in control.
right.
Have you had a conversation with somebody like that before?
Oh, there's a lot of people, especially now in our, let's say, millennial age, that
Yeah.
don't believe in anything. It's like, no, I'm in
Right.
control and
Yeah.
it's what I believe and what I feel. No, it's not. Your destiny is still guided by,
by a
something.
higher power.
yes, by a higher
Exactly.
power. If
Exactly.
no, I do not believe
There's
that things
something.
happen by
There's
accident.
something.
Things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you're not in control of that.
Exactly.
Growing up in a church, is that where you got your singing roots? Perhaps?
No, that's actually family.
You got a hell of a voice. Like,
Thank you. No, that's actually all family. My mom, my uncles, it was 8 of them. They traveled overseas. They toured.
Oh,
They
okay.
were actually very, very famous here, like in Los Angeles. This
Oh,
is
wow.
all pre-internet and everything. But if you
Yes.
go online, Google, they traveled the world. So no, it was very root-based where I'd be watching
it's
rehearsals.
It's in your genes.
Oh,
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
It's in the genes.
So
And
you
then-
grew up wanting to be in entertainment. You knew right out the
Yeah.
gate, going into school, going through life, like this is what I'm going to do. My parents already do this.
Yeah.
I already have the bug for it. I'm going to be an entertainer.
Oh, 1,000%. I literally at 5 years old have the video on VHS. I did a talent show at the YMCA.
I love it.
And
Shout out
I
to
sang
YMCA.
YMCA was a true.
Oh, yeah.
And I did I Miss You Much by Janet Jackson. And I had 2 white girls as my backup dancers.
Okay, gotta have a snow bunny.
And the whole time, all they did was the Running Man. I said, just do the Running Man the whole time.
Yeah.
And the
Just
flashlight
stay
was
on
my
beat.
microphone, and I gave you Janet. Like I came out to the womb, like my mom said, you were 3, 4, just coming out. Just doing you. So I was
Yeah.
never shy, I wasn't afraid, and I wanted to be on stage. And then
Nice.
my brother was an athlete, so then I always watched sports, which is the sports
Yes.
side of me, which is why if I wasn't doing acting, I'd be a sportscaster. So it's just it's a lifestyle that how I
Right.
grew up. I didn't fall into it. It was who I
The
was.
public eye was natural to you.
Absolutely. That's the Leo, my
Yes,
rising sign.
exactly.
Oh,
wow.
We'll be back on that.
Right.
And she agreed.
No, I agree.
That's right,
People
girl.
see.
I knew it. I knew that.
It's the truth.
Right.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you from your early age, because you're not from here, you're from Indiana.
I'm from Indiana.
Sports is from here already, so it's a little different when you're from LA. You
Yes.
are around
100%.
entertainment quite often.
I can only imagine
That's-
being from here.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
growing
being
up
raised.
in this
Woo.
valley.
And you know, I went to Hollywood High School.
Growing
right?
up, Hollywood High School, growing
What
up in the
celebrities went there
valley.
while you were there?
Well, Brandy was there before I was there.
Okay.
So many celebrities. We have choreographers, actors. What is it? Rockstar,
Just
the
all
producer.
types
I know
of
Rockstar.
entertainment.
I know
Rock. I know you know Crazy
Yeah,
Rock.
Rock, yeah, shout out.
Rockstar, his
He
sisters
went to high
went
school,
there.
okay, baby. All right.
You know what? We know you right. Yes.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have a lot of people. I mean, from celebrities, John Ritter, Carol Burnett,
Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
We have like legends that went to our school. Even when you look at the mural, that's just a handful of people that went
Yeah.
there. So no, the school's iconic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Judy Garland, also from
Yeah.
the Wiz.
Yeah,
Like,
what you know about Judy? You don't know about that, Judy?
Come on, bro.
Hey, man.
Come on.
I'm a
was-
Phil
well,
Shout
Collins
out to
or-
you being grounded because some people that just are born and raised here, they just be, whew.
it's not the people
all
that
over
are
the
born and
place.
raised here. It's the people that come
That's
here.
what
Everybody always
Bob be saying all the
It's
time.
true. It's y'all.
He's like, the people that act
I heard that
Hollywood
too.
are the people that are not from
Thank
here.
you.
They
It's
move.
not
It's a lot
people
of
from
transplants that live
LA.
here.
It's not us.
Yeah.
I did hear that
It's
too.
not
It's
us.
only because from what we've seen growing up, watching movies, etc., we have to come here because we feel like that's how y'all are, and we have to
Exactly.
fit in
Right.
to the
And that's
mold of what's
not
already
us.
been created. But it has
Yeah.
to be. That's all we've seen in movies and TV and growing up.
Yeah.
all
It's
we
not
see is how
real.
LA people are and how.
Like Hollywood. Like,
But it
So
takes you
bad.
a while to learn that once you get here that it's not real, it's a facade, etc.
It's-
But we
Yeah.
know to fit in with you LA folk, we have
We're
to be
so
like what
grounded,
LA
though.
folk
not
are.
LA folk.
LA folk, you hear that? Oh, you LA folk. But then you
I'm
say
done.
LA, it's like, were you from the Valley? Or are you from LA?
Right.
Like when I go to
It's a difference.
concerts,
It's
a
all
it's a
LA.
difference. No, it's not.
That's
Let
what I
me-
thought.
No,
We think
there's
it's all LA.
differences,
It's
but like
difference.
in the grander scheme of things, well, no,
still-
you're right. You're
it's
right.
still
you're
LA.
right.
Like, I mean, it's still LA. I only say that because, like, if you go to a concert, let's say you go to a Snoop concert, right? You
Yeah.
go to.
Oh, they gonna ask.
First of all, shout your hood out. You go to YG concert, everybody's
Valley.
saying Compton. My dad's from Compton.
Yeah.
You say Compton.
That makes sense.
Inglewood. I'm like Sherman Oaks.
Yeah, sure, man.
I say shirt. I say the Shokes. Shokes.
Oh, that's
You
your
gotta
thing?
say it like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah. You
they're
gotta
gonna be
say
like, that's
real
not
tough.
LA. I'm like, it is LA. Shut up.
That is LA.
I mean,
The Valley
Yeah.
it
is
is.
LA.
I consider that
Exactly.
Still LA.
It is LA, but it's just when you in LA, it's
They-
like,
they
well,
don't-
what part?
right.
When you from LA, well, what part? But it's still, we are not Hollywood. The people that are from here originally are very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's just the implants, and you're like, oh my God. Like,
can
they
see
make
that.
it like that way.
Yeah.
You're not one of those implants, dude. You're not like that.
I
'Cause
am
back
not.
in Indiana,
I am
how did you
authentically
know?
myself. Again,
So cool.
I did a lot of self care,
Yeah.
and I'm very aware of who I am. So I don't really need to pretend to be somebody
Right.
else.
But when you were in Indiana, how did you know? Like LA entertainment, that's what it's going
Yeah,
to be.
so I actually grew up in show choir. So I was in show choir at the age of 7, where we would dance and perform and compete against different schools. So
Like
I
Glee.
always,
My favorite show.
yeah, so that's a big
Glee
thing,
was-
right? So that's a big thing in the Midwest, show choir. Like all kids want to be in show choir and perform and stuff. So it's funny. I just did a episode on that on my podcast, which you'll be on soon. Right, we gonna interview you. But we were actually talking about how when you're a kid, you see different glimpses who you are gonna be as an adult. So it's like, it's different signs that you kind of got to pay attention to. Like me being in show choir, I was in theater like around 10, so I was always interested in the arts, and I always knew I was gonna move to a bigger city because the Midwest it's a different ballgame out there. So
It is.
it's different. It's a good place to raise a family. My sister has a 4-bedroom house, $800, which you would
Wait,
Yeah.
look. Let me say it again.
Midwest is
When
cheap.
you
It's
start
cheap
looking
out
at
there.
when you start looking at the real estate, they
800.
make you reconsider.
Exactly.
Yeah, for real.
Exactly.
Crazy.
So, and it's slower. So, everybody can't really deal with the fast life. It's a little different, but
So
I
you
knew.
would move back if you were raising a family?
No, I'll go back to visit, but I'm
But she
a
still would
Cali-
go.
Nah.
Right.
Nah.
Right. Nah.
I'm a
Because we're from
Cali.
Detroit. We're not even trying to go back to that.
I
I'm a
love
Cali girl
Detroit,
now.
though.
Yeah, he loves
I love visiting Detroit.
Right.
For how
I
long?
would
Watch
not.
this. Watch this. For how long?
Like 3.5 days.
Not 3 days.
That's
Most
I'll
it.
be
people I
in,
know
that's
I'll be
all
in
you
and
gonna
out.
get.
But I'll go frequently, but only for like 3 days.
You can't do a week?
No,
That's
they
too
said
long.
it's changed
No.
a lot. It's too.
That's
LA is too
long.
fast.
Have
Like,
you
I
been
feel
to
like I'm
Detroit?
missing too
I've
much.
never
in
been,
LA.
but I know people from Detroit. Like
Right.
one friend that I know is so random, like Judge Mathis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
from Detroit, and he
Yeah.
tells me about like the life there.
Yeah.
And it's just like you don't want to go back there.
Oh, yeah.
And luckily, he's building things and doing
But-
things to make it better.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's just not.
But
place
unfortunately,
need
when
to
you
go
go back and you already moved and started your life in a new city, people look at you like, what you doing
they
back
judge
here?
you?
They judge you like, what are you doing here? And it's almost like you get not a little hate, but just like you feel the energy is a little different. You know what I mean? So it's like you kind of got to be careful who you surround yourself around. That's
For
another
sure.
thing. But yeah, moving back,
Yeah, that ain't. I'm just saying we not going back.
Isn't Mike Epps is from Indy?
Yeah, he actually
That's a
just
good
out
friend of
there.
mine.
My sister was sending me
He's
pictures.
building some stuff and everything, but he's also building stuff in Detroit too because he opened up the club.
He built a
Nice.
comedy club.
Really?
He built the comedy club.
I love it when people
Detroit
go back.
is people are giving back to Detroit. They're building it up. It's
That's
becoming
smart.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Judge Mathis is a staple in Detroit. He's done a lot of
Yes.
great things for the city.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
There's
I know
great
most
things
of it
happening there.
from
It's just
him.
like not a place for me.
Also
It's
our
great for
homie,
music.
Also, our homie Big Sean. Shout out Sean. Does
Yeah.
Detroit Day.
Facts.
He got,
Yeah.
he's trying to open up some
That's
stuff out there as
right.
well, which is
Okay.
which is great.
Yeah.
When I think of Detroit, I used to think about 8 Mile. I'm like,
Everybody does.
Right, that's what my first experience looking at
Everybody
Detroit.
does.
Yeah.
Was that,
They-
so
they
wait, was
think
that not
that's
true? Was that not true?
No,
to life?
no, that's
It was
true.
It's
good.
true.
Okay, it was
Probably
good
worse
depiction.
now.
Yeah.
8 Mile still.
That,
It's probably still.
that,
Wow.
that,
It's like,
club,
where now
it's
you
like the
from?
main club where they have the rap battles at.
Yep.
Like that's a real
So
spot.
how far
really?
away were you raised
I
from?
was on 6 Mile.
Oh wow, so
Okay.
that's close.
But I was
miles
in a nice little neighborhood. You know, shout out Rosedale Park. Rosedale.
It's nice.
It's
It's nice
nice,
for
yeah.
Detroit. It's
Yeah.
like nice for Detroit. It's like tucked away inside
Okay.
of what
Secluded little neighborhood
yeah.
area, but it gets crazy. But
still
if you
gets
go to
crazy
7
there.
Mile,
Oh, Lord.
it get popping.
Yeah.
1
From
mile
7 Mile.
over.
1 mile over.
I would
Okay,
stay in Los
but it's
Angeles.
like LA though. When you go to certain streets,
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
sure
That
do.
next corner, it turns
Yeah,
the boys
next
in the
one.
hood.
That's like downtown LA.
We just talked about that.
Everybody that comes to LA, oh, I'm going to downtown. I'm going to live there. I'm like,
Fools.
why?
They don't know.
Talk to someone from LA.
Please.
Do not. Move
Right.
downtown. That's
Yeah.
not what they just don't know any better, and I feel bad. And then so I was like, I moved to Silver Lake. I'm like,
Because you don't know.
You don't know the
You don't know.
areas.
When
You
you're
don't know the
Googling,
areas.
that's what comes up.
They don't know.
Downtown and stuff
Right.
like that.
Town
and
isn't
a
it?
lot of cities, especially on the East Coast and the Midwest, the downtown is like where you want to
Yep.
be.
it's different.
Right.
Like you think of New York downtown, that's
Exactly.
Times Square. It's like,
Woo,
oh
it's fire.
yeah, but downtown LA, yeah,
Yeah.
one block you got the Staples. I still call it Staples, but crypto. You got
Yeah.
crypto
Yeah.
and Reno, and the next thing you know, you looking at Skid Row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
tough.
It's
And
tough.
don't walk alone. Oh, you.
I'd be scared to walk alone anywhere now.
But
That's
it's
me.
not. It's getting a little better. I literally took the train because I didn't want to deal with traffic. Chris Brown's concert when he had
Yeah.
performed out here a couple weeks
Oh
ago.
my
He
God.
had
I
two
seen that on your
concerts.
story. I was like, yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
So
Did you take a
lit.
did you
It was
take a
so
picture
lit.
with Chris Brown at
But-
VIP?
okay, so no, here's the funny thing. So I joked. I took
Yeah.
a picture like outside of the main booth that they had.
Yeah.
I've known Chris Brown since he was like 15.
Yeah.
I actually auditioned for the Run It video, and it came down to me and my friend Destiny.
Okay.
Like
Oh
me.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
So I've always known Chris, and he was like, "You're so dope, but you're a little short based on the height." And every time I'm talking about that, I have seen Chris. It's all love. I saw him at Tyga's house.
Yeah.
It's like I will see him. So I feel weird like going to take a picture and be like, "Yo, now grab on me and do all
Yeah,
this."
because first of all, you're not paying that $1,000. I wish I would pay this money to take this picture with you.
I cannot.
No, it's not even
Bloody
like
old
that.
pal. I wish I would.
Listen, I think he's smart for doing that.
Oh, that's genius.
I think
It
the
is.
bag is
It's a
brilliant.
genius. Yeah,
I
for
think
business.
girls that have not had a chance to meet
Girl,
somebody
they going
and he
crazy.
can turn this picture into your wildest
Yeah.
fantasy, go
Do
for
it.
it.
Right.
I think more. I think
got
more
the
artists.
booty.
You
and
pay
stuff
for the
should do
memory.
it.
Right, but then I see him like at Jamie Foxx's house, so I'm like, I don't want to like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
he's a friend more, but I love him for his talent. I'm
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
happy and proud that he has literally turned his career into this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody is touching Chris Brown.
And all
You
the
know what I'm saying?
and he
Like-
made a major comeback too from all the
Thank
negativity that
you.
was thrown his way. I mean,
Exactly.
he's still doing his thing.
Chris turned it around, so I'm just happy to see it. So I don't want to be like, hey, I'm
Right.
gonna pay a rack to like let you feel on my ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel bad, even though now he's grown. If he wanted to holler, I may give him.
Okay, that makes sense. That
You know
makes.
what I'm saying?
I appreciate your honesty.
I'm just being
I was
honest.
going to say the same
Okay.
thing.
I'm
I
just
heard,
being coming up here with that.
That's right. I ain't gonna lie. You ain't got a lot to kick it.
I heard a hot take about Chris Brown. I think it was Tank.
Oh yeah.
Tank said this. He said that he said that Chris Brown is better than Michael Jackson.
Hell, blasphemy.
He did.
I need to know how
So-
you feel about that.
I want everybody to go and say their opinions.
Yeah, I'm not.
So he said blasphemy. He already said.
I might.
Let's start with you, KP.
Oh, I'm
already said
I'm
it.
one of
Right.
the biggest
Right.
Michael Jackson, and I love Chris Brown. I think it's He's the closest to
he's the
talent
closest
wise
thing
when it
ever,
comes to
yeah.
he's the closest that we have.
Right.
But Mike was just something different.
He's one of a kind.
Yeah.
He's something different.
He can never be duplicated. I'm
Same.
sorry.
I agree with that.
He
Chris
can
Brown.
never
Porscha
be-
about to hit us
I
with some
see.
shit.
I
Porscha about to hit us with some shit 'cause she
I get why they can say like where you can make an argument for that because Chris Brown I would say is probably the most talented human being that we like have had in our generation. This guy can sing, he can act, he can dance, he can do art. He can do backflips. He can play basketball.
Yeah.
Like what? It's like almost nothing that he can't do. Almost nothing. But Michael Jackson was so famous. His energy was like so like
I passed out watching Michael on
It's-
TV.
I thought you was about to pull up a picture of him playing basketball. I'm like,
No,
wait,
no,
what?
no,
When
no.
they
I
put
think
that
it's
out?
just that level
That,
of celebrity
yeah.
that's like really hard to touch because. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening to you. No, I feel like it's a loaded question and it's an unfair comparison. Strictly because you have to look at where music is right now.
Yeah.
Record sales are nowhere near what they used to be, nor will they really ever get back to that point anytime soon based on how digital and streaming is working. So if you're only looking at record sales, Michael Jackson is the pinnacle.
Absolutely.
Of course, there's no way. His concerts had how many people? We can't even attend concerts that size anymore.
Right.
Why? Because we're worried about them getting bombed, or we're worried about death threats. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
So the level that he reached was at a time that no one had ever seen it be done. It can't be done right now.
Right.
Chris is doing what this era is doing right now and shutting it down.
Yeah.
So I don't know why people are comparing the level
I
of
don't either.
success.
'Cause it was a different time.
It's a different time.
Yeah.
So you can't sit here and be like, oh, Mike was better than Chris or Chris was better than Mike for that particular reason. But is there anyone right now that's standing on Chris's level? No. It's not. I love so many R&B singers. I love Mario. I love
Not even close.
Mario. And we're just only looking in the age range.
Yeah,
I
not
love.
even
I'm telling you, Usher.
Chloe.
Usher is
For sure.
incredible. Because why?
Yeah.
What is Chris Brown doing? He's taking what Usher took.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And spinning it,
And
making
it all,
it him.
learned
and it
from
all
Usher for
repeats
sure.
itself.
Exactly.
Right. It all repeats itself. But
Everyone.
it goes with the era. You know what I mean?
Does.
Yeah.
And I think we only do that in R&B because how come we're not comparing Elvis to Justin Bieber?
We never will.
Nobody sat there and said,
You can't.
you know what?
White people won't let you
It's white
compare
people.
Elvis to anything.
Never.
Like, don't you fix them lips to say that.
So if we got, why are we comparing Chris Brown and Usher and Mike if we're not comparing?
Because we like to do that.
That's what we do.
That is-
that's
That's
what
the
we
same
do.
conversation about
Right.
LeBron and MJ.
Yep,
Yeah.
we like to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why?
It's always
Always
a black
has to
people
be a
thing.
debate.
Right.
It always has to
Every
be a
black person trying to
competition.
pit each other against each other instead of
Yeah.
saying Chris Brown is Chris, you are shutting it down.
Exactly.
Usher, you are shutting it down.
Exactly.
We don't need to compare. But
Yeah.
I can tell you just from seeing his evolution, nobody is touching him on the stage.
For sure.
It's
Yeah,
not
nobody's
happening
touching
right
him.
now. And
Yeah.
until we can have another conversation and be like, well, Chris Brown is in comparison to this. Why are we doing it? It's-
Absolutely.
and-
Yeah.
But to be compared to Mike
And
is
speaking of
amazing.
evolution, give me your journey. Give me from.
I like that
Give me
segue.
from. Yeah, it was
Come
amazing.
on, segue. Movies and models segue.
I was waiting for a key word to
I
come
like
in
it.
this conversation.
I like it.
Give me yours. You know what I mean? Because people don't really
segues.
know the story. Matter of fact, I don't know the story of Porscha Coleman. You know,
Right.
when did you really get going, and what was the
segues.
Yeah.
That's a great. I think my career has been a lot of segues, but actually intertwining more so than anything. So the funniest thing that I like to say that I always like to shout out, the very first movie that I was in as a background actress was Friday.
No way.
Yeah.
One of my
I remember
favorite
you from that.
Do you know? Ain't no
You
way.
do?
Ain't no
No
way he
way.
could have remembered me for
Nah.
that. Ain't
Yeah.
no way. I know. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
ain't no way. The scene that you would see, but you actually do see me in, but I am, like I said, background. I'm standing next to Megan at the ice cream
Right, because
truck.
Megan Good was at the ice cream
And we
truck.
had the same agent at the time.
Wow.
But
Just
you
made that
didn't
up.
even know who
No,
I
Megan.
was.
People don't remember. Remember that Megan Good was in
Yeah.
that.
They have to. She had a
Yeah.
line.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did. Her and the little chubby kid, which I don't know his name, but
Give me my
I'm
ice
actually
cream.
one of the kids that got hit upside the head by Chris Tucker when he's trying to get to the ice cream
get
truck.
out the way.
Get out the way.
He moved
Get out
him
the way.
We gotta put it.
I knew at that moment, I said, I want to do this. I can
Yeah.
get out of school, even though I love school. I can get out of school, get hit upside the head, and get paid to do this. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
And right after I booked like 3 commercials back to back, I had to join SAG in 97. And I was off and running in the acting space. I did the Ellen DeGeneres show. I did Disney Channel, Pixel Perfect, a big movie that's out. And then The Parkers was like kind of like one of the
Oh, I
biggest
love that movie
roles
too.
at the time where I was like, and I was 17.
Yeah.
And people still come up to me because they're like, oh my God, I remember you from the Parkers. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Wow.
So that kind
Because you started so young, you've been going so
Exactly.
long.
and I'm like, I'm not even old. I
I'm
just
like, wait,
started young.
she's still.
I
Like,
just
We
started
have,
young.
Jay put it up
just
right
started
here.
Oh my God. I'm like literally,
You
you know what,
You
Jay?
gotta rewind it.
back,
It would be. I'm on her left side. I'm so dead. The fact that he pulled this up,
Right.
I cannot.
Yeah,
found
that's
that
what we
fast.
do.
He found
Yeah.
it so quick. I've done a lot. Like I said, you will see me. I put up a picture one time and I was like, oh
I
my
love
gosh.
it.
I had like a little blue tank top
I
on.
love it.
So that was like the initial start of when I wanted
Here
to
it is.
do
Here
acting.
we go right here, I think.
His face.
Good. Right there, right in front of Megan with that little ponytail.
The
and you
blue
can see me
teeth.
from the front. You can press play. Oh, geez, this is so funny.
Oh my God.
And Megan is still my girl to this day. She's
like-
from Panorama City. Look, there I go right
Yeah.
there. Oh my God.
That don't even look like
Looking
you.
so, I
Little
know.
baby.
How am I supposed to get that? Megan still look like Megan. There ain't no way I'm gonna figure that out.
I know. When I tell you, listen, they would have, just so you know, background actors get treated so trash. FYI.
Yes. Oh,
we
yeah.
were in the
Yes.
sun like 15 hours.
Y'all gonna wait, and it was
Even
Friday
kids.
too.
Even as kids, you can only do about
Yeah.
8 hours, but we
Yeah.
were outside, we were playing, we were having a
Right.
good time. And literally, when I tell you, I would get so crispy. I was crusty, and I was like, I was so mad at my mom though. I was like, you let me go on TV with my
was a
hair.
kid.
It was all
And it was hot.
bad.
It's okay.
It was hot. I was greasy is the definition.
Yeah.
Yes, you would know. That was my very first like appearance
Aw.
in movies, and then from the Parkers. Like I said, it's an evolution
Yeah, you've been
because
moving and shaking ever
I
since.
love actually saying, you know what, shut up. I love seeing things before and then looking at where someone is at now because I can go look at this movie. And the reason why I'm so proud of it is because even right now, a couple weeks ago, I just shot a music video with Ice Cube
I love
where
it.
all the cast are in. I'm talking about Kathleen Bradley, Hello, Mrs. Parker.
Oh my
And so many different people. Mike Epps is a video that we're all starring in. And even a movie that people know too, Janky Promoters,
Yeah.
is a movie that Ice Cube hired me for
Yeah,
directly.
yeah.
So stuff really comes around full circle when you have moments like starring in certain things when
Yes.
you're young. You never know what's going to come back around.
What it may lead to.
And what it may lead to. And then that goes into Power Book Force. Even though I didn't get it through him, I was in Candy Shop, on Fire, and I
Right.
toured and did a lot of stuff with 50. Fast forward to a couple months ago, I'm on Power Book Force.
Nice.
So it's like the relationships. I always like to tell
Yes.
people, please cultivate your relationships.
And you're really good
because
at that.
You
You're-
never
you
know.
are
really good
Thank
at
you.
that.
That's what,
You are
that's
a
what it's
big
about. It's
people
about your
person.
network because
Yeah.
even you becoming really good friends with the GOAT, the guru,
Yes.
Jamie Foxx.
1,000%.
You
That,
know?
that came from radio. A lot of people don't realize I was on Foxhole Radio with Jamie Foxx, which you probably didn't even know.
Yeah,
Me and my
wow.
girl,
I did not know that.
Claudia Jordan, we had a show on Foxhole.
okay.
It was Claudia Jordan, and we was like the pigeon. So it was a comedy that we did every week. So I would always just see Jamie in passing, and he never knew what I did. I never told him. It was just
Yeah.
like I would see him. We would go to his house. It's like, this is Fox. I look up to him, but I'm like,
Yeah.
one day I'm going to work with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
years later,
Speak
I
it.
got an audition for a movie that's actually going to come out now. even though
All-Star
we
Weekend?
shot it
Right.
All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
And
Spoken
I got
into
a call.
existence.
And
I was
like,
wondering what happened to that movie. I remember they were
coming out.
promoting it during COVID.
Yeah.
it was, and even then we did it in like 2017 or 2018. It was a lot that happened at the time. It was like, it was just
Yeah.
too controversial. The characters, it was
Yeah.
like, they decided just to put it on hold for a second. And now all of a sudden
They're like,
the
"Fuck it, we
teaser is
putting it
out.
out."
But it's just like, when I got the audition, it was like, okay, I'm gonna be in a movie with Jamie Foxx. It'd be his girlfriend. I'm like, holy cow, this is my time.
Yeah.
So I went to the first audition. Casting loved me. They said, we'll see you at the callback. Jamie Foxx will be there. And I'm like, oh, this is it. I'm telling you, I remember like yesterday, I walked in the room, Jamie's sitting right there. He's like, wait, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And he's like,
It's a full circle.
wait, he's like, wait, if she's here, you must be good. You at the callback. And I was like, come on. I said,
Yeah.
we doing this or what?
Like, I never told you, but now
Exactly.
you know.
So I was talking.
But I do this.
I was in character. I'm like,
Yeah.
let's go. I started the scene, and I'm talking about first line out the gate. Jamie is like, wait, what the fuck? Like he was shocked, and then all of a sudden I kept going, and he's dying. I never got through the scene. Jamie was like, I can't believe it. You are hired. This is hilarious.
This is
Nice.
And it's because I did a different play on what the script had written, and he was
Yes.
so
Nice.
shocked. But
Nice.
it just shows that things come back around. And then he
Right.
always said, P, I got you. If I got something for you, watch. I'm
And
gonna look
he
out.
is like that from what I
Yeah.
know. He
Is
is.
solid. A
that
year
what-
later,
is
our
that what
Netflix
led to-
show.
Yeah.
Okay, is
Yeah.
that what led to the Netflix show?
And I auditioned because initially Netflix is like, we want people that we've seen or that we
seen.
know.
Yeah.
And Jamie was like, I want her, but either way, I still had to audition.
Yeah.
Right.
I did one audition, went in there, and literally the next day Netflix called and said, oh, she got it.
Yeah.
She's good. So
Yes.
you have to still prove yourself. I always tell people like your talent still has to get the job done.
Exactly.
But your friends can likely put you in the room.
They
Your
can help
network
because
is
they
your
gonna put
network.
you in
Because
the room.
Yeah.
Netflix gonna listen to Jamie.
Yes,
If
they're
Jamie
gonna
say
listen.
like, look,
But Netflix is also
But you
cutting the
still
check.
gotta do the
So
work.
they could have overruled Jamie had
True.
I not been
Brought
the
what
person
you need to bring.
Exactly. If I would have went in the door and not given what I needed to give,
Right.
Jamie could have been like, I'm sorry, they feel somebody else is better, because I can actually tell you who they actually wanted for the part. It's a celebrity, but Jamie was like, I don't want this girl that we know as a celebrity to play my sister. I needed to feel true to life.
Yeah.
This is who I want. And
Right.
Netflix was like, we see why you want her. It's done. And he also wanted David Allen Greer.
Yeah.
And that's how he ended up playing our
Yeah.
father on the show,
Yes.
which if you think
Which
of
is
20
great.
years ago and Live in
Yeah.
Color,
yeah,
Right.
which is
Right.
phenomenal.
it was
Yeah.
phenomenal. So
Amazing.
things happen for a reason.
Yes.
Your network is
It's
big.
your network.
Yeah.
100%.
Is he one of your mentors, or do you have a certain mentor that's in the industry that you can go to? Hey, I have this role coming. Hey, I feel like this. One day, can you give me your advice?
I think the advice is like you have to. I always feel like never be afraid to ask questions to people that are in a bigger position than you.
Yeah.
So I always like to have friends that are doing better than I am.
Right.
Some people are threatened by people that are doing better than them.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I
Exactly.
want
Right.
my top 5 to be better. Right. To be better.
Right.
If my call log is like, okay, Jamie Foxx, if I can call 50, if I can call Usher, and these are people that I know that I have a question or that I want to talk some stuff about,
Right.
I want to feel that I am elevating myself by talking to someone that's already been where I'm at that can help me get there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I can
Exactly.
also feel like I can give advice to somebody that would have a question too.
Yeah.
And it's just big knowing your circle and being proud of that.
What was
Yeah.
it like going to Shreveport with 50?
Shreveport was lit. Shreveport was amazing.
Yeah.
I think that experience, just watching 50 go from this, just a rapper. We just
Yes.
knew
Yeah.
Dre
Oh
signed
man,
somebody.
talk about evolution.
Yeah.
Evolution. We just knew Mr. You Can Find Me in the Club.
Right.
Exactly.
Is what 50
I got
was.
shot 9
I'm
times.
a big 50 fan in this filmmaking journey.
Brandon
Right?
is. Brandon's a big
And
50 fan when it comes. He loves
50.
power. He loves.
I
all
just
the
love
stuff
what
he
he's
puts out.
doing as a person, as a
Absolutely.
businessman
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
film.
It's incredible.
making
I mean,
space.
you can't hate
Yeah.
on that.
You can't.
You
Like,
can't.
That's why he's
Especially being
talking
black,
big,
you
'cause
really
you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. And like I said, people talk like, why does it gotta always be about drugs? Why does it gotta be about this? Listen.
That's me. I say
That's
that.
what y'all niggas
But
like.
you're-
I say that. I'm that guy.
Okay, but do you say that about Tyler Perry movies that are the same thing
I
too?
say that too.
we
That's
we
fine.
argue about 50 and Tyler all the time. Because I love 50 and
Because
Tyler.
here's my only thing. I just want more for black people as far as creativity. I'm like, we can do so much. It bothers me that we just love so much trauma and drama on TV and movies when we have so much to give.
That
We
is
can
true.
really give a lot.
Now let me give you a flip conversation
Give it
to
to me,
that. Let me
please.
tell you
I
something.
want it from you.
I'm gonna tell you something, and here's why. Who are the decision makers in Hollywood?
And the white people?
Okay, thank you. So what do you think that they would want to see us portray
Like, what do black people go through?
on television?
We want to see it.
Let's just be real. Do you not think that Tyler Perry would have a different story? I'm sure he does.
He does sprinkle them in there every once in a while.
Do you not think that 50 would have a different portrayal or a different story? When they go to the bosses and the executives and say, hey, I got this, and the executive says, yeah, but we really like when you talk about that crime going on.
Right.
We really like when you show the street side of
be more
things.
street?
Yeah.
You can't get mad at someone that's bringing what we are consuming because we are
More
watching
hood.
it.
Yeah.
And
We
it's
are
not that
watching
it's
it.
not real.
We are watching it.
We're watching
We're
it.
watching
it.
It's not that
And
it's not
It's
real.
living
Because,
it.
but is it okay? Is it because we don't like anything else as a people? Or
I want to say
we don't
that.
get
We
anything
like
else
not true.
power. We
When I
like
think about
attention.
some of
We
the
like
popular
Tyler.
black
We
films
like
and
power.
stuff that are outside of that, they don't get as much. They don't get as much,
That's true,
views and screen time as much as
That's
a power does.
Because y'all don't like that as much.
See,
Because
Why, Porscha?
majority of you got to think middle America, majority of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You're talking about Detroit. You're talking about, let's say,
Whatever's unique to you.
Whatever is unique to you, but how people are raised. If you're talking about like Compton, and
Yeah.
people are talking about their story.
Right.
Eazy-E and Ice Cube and Dr. Dre grew up talking about their life.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which
Snoop
which is
Dogg.
what made them
Because-
interesting.
life.
Because
yeah.
the masses, more of the masses can relate
Can
to those
relate.
kind of
Yeah.
stories.
And even the-
Less of the masses can relate to those other kind
Yeah.
of stories.
Do you
Less
want to hear
people can
somebody
relate.
rap about I was born in Beverly Hills
No.
and I went down Rodeo?
Right.
And again, there's a market for that.
There's a market.
For people that want to hear it.
Right.
But let's be real, people do want to hear about about the struggle, but I also want to hear about how you persevered.
Yeah.
And this is what these same people are doing.
Yeah.
I hear your struggle if you tell me how you turn that around. Because look at 50. He's almost in the billionaire club.
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
Because of turning his struggle into his passion, into his pain, into his paycheck. Period.
And you
I
gotta
like when she explained
Those
it.
are the P's.
That was P.
I love
Push
that.
it, P.
It's
She
better when
pushes
she
it.
nice.
explain it than when
I
you
like
do
that.
it.
I like that
Okay.
piece.
It's the truth.
What do you think, D?
And I was going to
Highlight
say,
that. Say that.
what I'm realizing now is it's not just about you. You got to give the viewers and the customers and the people who are watching what they want. And people want to see authenticity. They don't want to see you trying to portray something else or trying to be white, for example, or trying to be them or trying to be something that you're not. People want to see the real you and what makes you unique.
Do you,
And
like
that's what I'm
Jordan, do
learning.
you like Jordan Peele movies?
I do. I do like them. I do like them
She
because
said it like she
actually,
had to think
She hit
about
the
it.
high
Like
note.
it was
I had to
concert
think
going
about it
down
because
the wrong
actually,
pipe.
I had the pleasure of going to the Hollywood Unlocked Awards a couple weeks ago, and I get
Nice.
to see him raw in action, and he was actually crying in front of everybody.
Jordan Peele?
Was it?
No, that
No,
was
it's
Oh
not
my
the
God! I'm thinking it was
majors.
somebody else.
That is the
Hey,
definition
tell me-
of black people getting the wrong black person.
Moving on. Tell me Jordan Peele again. What is he
Jordan
in?
Peele, the
No.
movies, the director he
Get
did,
Out.
Like
Nope,
Get
Get
Out.
Out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes, that's Jordan
So
Peele. I'm so sorry.
when I bring him up, because he's trying a different genre and a different take for
thinking
African
Jonathan
Americans.
Majors.
You know what I'm
Where's my
saying?
mind?
I love you some
Okay.
Jonathan Majors.
I'm sorry. Look,
Okay.
He does more thrillers and like conversation
Yes.
pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's very creative. But again, that's probably his unique, authentic vision. So whatever is true to
is.
you, just portray that, and people are going to buy into that because even when you're not being authentic, people will know, and they're not going to buy into that.
Why don't we consume that artistic creativity vision more than a Power or a Tyler Perry, black people?
I would say because it's whatever your truth is. And probably that's what he realized because people know Tyler Perry. I used to watch him when he started doing the plays.
Okay.
And all his plays were like, about black people having a store, getting beat and just drama. And people loved it. He would always do sellout shows. So then that's when he went from the plays to now he's doing the movies.
Fire.
And
Yep.
But how did he get there? Because people are buying into that. So he's giving the customers and the viewers more of what they want to see. Because if he stops that, it's like, we don't really know Tyler Perry for that. And now people want to see the growth.
He's trying to put y'all in the hot seat. If
People
y'all haven't
wanna-
realized this, he's doing this on purpose.
There's a really
to
good
stir up.
documentary that Tyler did actually on himself on Amazon. And
I
if you
saw it.
watch it, he said the reason why he does these stories so often is because that's what he grew up watching.
His childhood
He was raised
trauma,
by his
yeah.
grandmother.
Yeah.
He would listen to these grandmothers
Right.
sit on the porch, talk about men, talk about life, talk about their
Exactly.
stories.
Yeah.
This is his upbringing. So he's
Yes.
not falsifying
See
what
what I
he
mean?
saw or
And
what
his
he
mother
heard.
got beat.
And his mother was a victim of abuse.
Yes.
He was sexually abused by his
Exactly.
actual biological
Yeah.
father.
If you watch the Tyler Perry
Yeah.
Oh, it's
documentary,
deep.
it's very,
It's so-
very deep.
It
and
will put you
very
to tears.
enlightening.
Like honestly,
Yeah.
like it is
Yeah.
so. I'm just telling you, if you haven't seen it.
I have
Once
not,
you
and I
learn
won't
a
take
man's
gander.
story like that, you
see.
understand. You be like, I can't say nothing to
right.
him.
mind.
God bless.
His own father still doesn't even want to deal with him. He takes care of his
crazy.
own father,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I don't like you. I don't even. But give me money."
Yeah.
And he still
Right.
says he went right to the porch. Father was on the porch, saw him pull up, and he
And they
said,
left.
"Hey, Dad," and Pops just left.
Yeah.
Like he's dealing with trauma as a billionaire. It's
crazy,
rich man.
right?
And I love Tyler's story and what he does for us.
Yes.
My
But
thing
look-
is, he has the means to say, you know what, Porscha, I like what you do. You know what?
Okay.
You take your idea. Here's this bag. Go create it. I'm going to put it out because I can.
Yeah.
It'll be completely different from what I do. I'm going to keep doing what I do.
Right.
Right.
But let me give you other people these opportunities
Right.
to create some other creative black people shit that doesn't have anything to do with
I'm
what
just-
I
And I
do.
feel like he's
I'm just
slowly.
stopping you right there because are you trying to say Tyler Perry has not made opportunities for other folks?
Right.
That's not what I'm saying.
You're crazy.
That's
Right.
not what I'm saying.
That's
Yeah.
crazy talk.
Yeah. That's
not
He's
what
made the
I'm
most
saying.
opportunities for other folks that
And-
out of
And
anybody.
same with
Yeah.
50.
Anybody.
In his films,
Same
but
with
I'm
50.
saying he can give other ideas.
He can give more, is what you're saying.
more ideas because he has his own thing.
See,
You know
And
what
I
I
feel
mean?
like
we
he's
ain't
got-
never satisfied. We can't please.
No.
He can't please
we
everybody.
Should, we
Tyler.
shouldn't be. Should we be?
If you go to work every day and you are doing a killer job and you doing something for your boss
Yeah.
that he loves, why would you come back the next day and do something different?
See what I'm saying?
That is where your paycheck is
That's
at.
where your money
Why?
at. Right.
It's not your job to create something
Exactly.
different. Unless
Yeah.
the network comes to him and says, listen, now we want a comedy
Right.
where it's like an interracial love story. Then I'm sure Tyler can write that. But
Exactly.
until further notice,
But he
this
has,
man
I
is
feel like
showing
he has the
that.
same effect as like Kenya Barris. Kenya Barris can go into these meetings and be like, I want to do this.
Kenya Barris
and
does
Black
his
Ashley-
same. He does his
He
thing.
does the same this.
That's
You
like-
had blackish,
Nah, he don't do the
grown-ish,
same.
old-ish.
Oh,
like,
no, come on.
Black
Stop
AF.
it.
Black AF.
He had a show on
White
Netflix. Oh, Black AF, yeah.
Okay.
Then what was the movie? With Jonah Hill?
You people. It's the same thing. It was blackish.
But it was
movie.
still interracial.
It was
He
a-
still does interracial storylines
Right,
usually
'cause
because
that's-
that's his thing.
Right, but that's why he does interracial
exactly.
storylines.
Okay, you know what? Y'all got it.
And I feel like he's the.
Am I going to tell LeBron, yeah, you winning so good, bro? I should have went
That
different.
part. That part.
I know that fadeaway is
Steph
going
Curry
in,
has a
but
TV
like,
show that's coming out this fall, and it's about basketball. You think he's gonna do a show about hockey?
But he also has done a show with his wife that was just a talk show with them sitting around with different
How did
celebrities.
that go?
It was great.
You know what?
I think.
it ain't here anymore.
But that's like Red Table Talk. Jada,
Yeah.
her mom,
Yeah.
the granddaughter. It was
Right.
like, again,
a
if
good
they
show.
all sit here and have table talk, why not record it and do what we're talking about?
Yes.
We're all sitting here as black people talking about black things,
Yeah.
black topics,
Yes.
black reality.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
not sitting here covering the CMAs right now.
Right.
We're not sitting here talking about
Maybe
what we
we
haven't
should.
really.
No, I'm just playing.
Not that we can't
No, I'm
talk
just playing.
about
Right.
it,
For
sure.
but we want it to feel authentic to us.
Authentic,
And I feel
exactly.
like what 50 doing is authentic to
sure.
a
Oh,
market.
he from New York. He
And
raw
Tyler.
with it.
No,
And
Tyler,
everybody
they both
has
raw.
their own lane.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
Tyler Perry's doing his thing. We got 50 Cent doing his thing. We
Yeah.
got Jordan Peele doing his thing.
Right.
We got Kenya Barris doing his. It's all
Right.
different things.
And then
Exactly.
Ryan
Now
Coogler,
Tyler
I think,
Perry
is
shouldn't try to do
Absolutely.
what Kenya does.
At all. They shouldn't try to.
They shouldn't.
We got Kenya for that.
There's enough
Right.
room for everybody.
Right.
I am
Exactly.
just so proud because when you see these type of hilarious janky promoters, he's hilarious. When you see different projects, when me and Megan, Kyla Pratt, and all of us were coming up, it was only one black girl per show.
Yeah, I
It
noticed
was
that.
not going to
Who
be
was
two
that?
of us.
Right.
Oh, they were picked.
Like
It
I
wasn't
remember,
a specific one girl.
No,
It was just.
it wasn't a
It just
specific.
gotta be.
It was always a rotation of one of
Wow.
us, but you would never see both of us together. I remember auditioning for That's So Raven. The show was not called That's So Raven. The show was
know.
supposed to be about a white girl, and Raven was
I
going to be
heard
the
that.
friend.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden they loved Raven and said, well, we can't have two black girls be friends. So therefore, all the other ones that were up for the part of the friend, we were no longer going to be hired because it wasn't going to be two black friends. How dare they?
Right.
On
no,
Disney
man.
at that time,
For
it wasn't
sure.
going to happen.
Right.
So I'm proud, whether we like the narrative or not, I'm proud that when I can turn on BET and watch Sisters,
Yes.
I see 5 black women.
Yes.
Shout out
'Cause it
Sierra.
never
She on
happened.
Sisters. Shout out
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Sierra.
saying?
Because of
Shout
Tyler.
out, you know,
Tyler.
Tyler Perry.
To
because
KJ. Oh,
KJ
Oh, yeah,
said-
KJ. Shout out. Yeah, we know
I
KJ
mean,
too.
it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they were not letting us do that. They didn't want to see more than
Right.
one of us at a time. Even the show that Tyler has on, I think BET Plus, it's called Brothers or whatever. Isn't it called
Brothers,
like
yeah.
Brothers?
I ain't seen
The fact
Brothers.
that it's on BET Plus. They have
we got
shows
Sisters
now.
and Brothers?
We do.
Yeah.
It's just on
Talk about
BET
evolution,
Plus.
KP.
And then the show that what's her name, Eva has, where all the queens
All the
met.
Oh
queens.
yeah, Christian
Yeah.
Keys. That's
Christian
his joint.
Keys.
Shout out
Yeah.
Christian.
A
Yeah.
choreographer of mine, John Silver's doing the choreo. So we now are at a time that is so amazing because I remember us waiting for our opportunity to get
'Cause
an
you've been there.
audition.
You've been
We've
there.
been
The
there. So
evolution
I've
of
seen the
Hollywood.
evolution.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can't get mad that I'm looking at Tyler Perry do the same thing. I'm just glad now that I can go out for Power Book Force.
Yeah.
That I can
Exactly.
go out for shows when I'm
Yes.
like, oh my goodness, now there's 5 or 6 of us. It's not a
Right.
matter of, we
Yeah.
can't have too many. Now they want
Yes.
it.
And growing, like,
Yeah.
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say on Power, how hands on is 50? How when you're filming that, is
Absolutely.
he there? Is he making the decisions? Does he let the director do what they do? Let the producer do what they do? Let you guys do
Right.
what y'all do?
Because
is he
you
there?
already filmed
There's
it?
it's already filmed. We did it
Okay.
in March.
Yes.
Yes. So there's hierarchy that goes. So if you got to think, so here's the hub. Lionsgate is the hub. They are the main people.
Yeah.
Love Lionsgate.
Lionsgate created Stars. They own Stars, and then 50 has a deal with Stars. So there's a lot of different players that come into play. So Gary Lennon, who's the showrunner of the actual Power Book Force, you know what I'm saying? It's his job to make the show how they envision it to be. So 50's not there all the time. No, he's busy. He's touring, he's doing things, but that's
Right.
why they assign certain people to come in and make sure things operate properly.
Yes.
So he'll pop in every now and then. Like even right now, they're back to shooting Kanan in New York. 50's on tour. he doesn't have to be there. Why? Because they've got the regimen down. They know what it is. So it's kind of like his stamp is on everything, but he doesn't have to be there specifically. He's not looking at scripts. He doesn't have to, but they give him an overall gist of what's happening. And they have these meetings before a show is even cast, basically. When a whole season is done, you got 10 people in a room that say, this is our arc, episode 1 to 10. How are we liking it? They make adjustments. So it's a lot of people that make a show work. And I just remember even before this happened, telling 50, it was after the Super Bowl, him and Dre on and performed. And I'm like, oh my God, 50's having an after party. I hadn't seen him in years. And I saw him, I said, I need to be on one of your shows and it's going to happen. I said, I'm not asking you to put me in position.
That's how you come.
I said, I'm not asking you to put me in position. Even though he was like, yeah, you could talk to my boy. And I was like, I'm not asking you to put me in position. Not even a year later, my agency in Chicago, I had a call for Force.
Yeah, you call out what you want.
You got to speak it. I'm telling you, you can speak things because if you don't feel it or believe it, it is not going to happen. Right. You can pray on it, but you have to put yourself in the right position. I didn't have to go out to Shreveport, but I was like, all the cast is going to be there. I can promote myself. I can see Fifth. And there's other shows that are coming up that he said, don't worry, you're good. Yeah. Just to be present with certain people and putting yourself in position is a big deal.
What can you tell us about your character on Power?
I can't.
Without spoiling anything, but like...
I can't. That's you can't... Seeing that it's it's a show, it hasn't started yet. I can't. But I promise you what I'll do, like I said, I'll do this. Guaranteed after it comes out, I will come back and we can talk about it because you're going to be talking about it.
Right. I can't wait to see it.
Trust me. You're going to be talking about it. So we will do a post interview and we can sit down and talk about the ins and outs of what that was.
We're going to hold you to that.
I got you all day. I'll be here. I promise y'all. Because you're my guys. I got you.
Yeah, I would love that. Let's go into this real quick here. So we can get about leading ladies. Okay? Porscha, give me your 5. They don't have to be from this list.
Okay, I'm not even looking at it. I don't even...
You going to need it. You're going to need it.
I like stuff spontaneous.
5 females from TV that you would want to create a show with.
Characters, though. It has to be the character.
Oh, the character.
That's right. Oh. So Cookie. From Empire.
Like that's
I did Empire, so I did that checklist. I already did Empire.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you were creating a show, what 5 female characters would you put on there? If you got 3, give me 3. Whatever.
If I got 3, for sure. No, I am going to refer because I know characters that I love. Definitely, we need an Olivia Pope because she's a problem solver.
She's on there.
You got to check her off. She can problem solve. I just got to make sure she stays out of hooking up with the president. You know, I got to keep her in a position. But I trust her, and I trust her mindset. Okay. Number 2, I would have to take. I like Girlfriends. I like Joan Clayton. I love me some Tracy. You know why? Because Tracy Ellis is the best friend that you can come to for any and everything. She's going to give you sound advice. But she's also going to feel how you feel. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that one friend that's not... She's emotional, but in a way where she'll still make it make sense and hug you if you need to cry about your ex or give you some good. I need to have Joan.
Right.
Another one that I would have... So funny. Number 30 is hilarious. Chelsea Dixon.
Yeah.
That is myself. I love you guys for that. I would have me. Why? Because I was a sister that always checked her brother whether I liked it or not. And I do have an older brother and we get into it because I'm just not going to bite my tongue. If I feel a way, I'm going to say how I feel. But I'm also going to be there for you. So I do love the big brother dynamic that Chelsea had with Brian, a.k.a. Jamie Foxx. I would definitely have to take Cookie because she's a killer. She's willing to go to jail for her kids.
Her and Olivia would be crazy.
You feel me? They would be crazy together. She is that woman that is going to do time for her family, which she did. If you guys remember the very first season, she was in jail because why? She went for the family. And any woman that's worth doing that for her kids and her husband is a real one. And I would have to round it out with... It's so funny how we have Tasha Mack. She just gonna bother me at some point. Hilarious. Oh my gosh. Gosh, you know what? Great. What'd you say? I know I don't have to be on the list, but but I like the list though. I'm going to actually go with number 28, Maxine Shaw.
Nice.
Maxine Shaw to me is, I loved her character. She was again a strong black woman.
Yeah.
She also did not bite her tongue.
Absolutely.
And she was the girl that would always I love how she would check Regine.
Yeah.
Like she was not gonna let you get away with just doing any old thing in the group. Like she's the accountable friend.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think the list that I chose are the accountable friends.
This is a lot of drama.
You know, it's not drama.
This is a lot of.
I look at them problem solvers.
Yeah.
No,
They're
those
gonna
are
be-
problem solvers.
They're gonna be getting into it with each other because everybody feels they're
But
gonna
think
be
about
right.
it. You got the attorney that's gonna get
What
you
kind
out
of show
of
is
it.
this?
Yeah.
Right.
What genre?
This show is these are sisters.
Oh, okay.
But these are not relationship drama issues. These are life issues. All of a sudden something happens, right? You got a cookie line that's she gonna lie for you.
Yeah.
Cookie
Right.
gonna lie for you.
For sure.
Olivia Pope gonna get you out of jail. So
Right.
goes down.
Yeah.
Shit.
Remember, Regine was an attorney too.
She was.
So we
Yeah.
got the two different types of
Yeah.
attorneys that
Right.
can walk in the room and handle
Yeah.
a situation.
Yeah.
I need friends that got my back.
Okay.
Those women got
Hey.
my back.
Yeah.
And wasn't Tracy an attorney too?
Tracy was an attorney.
On
Was it Sean
Girlfriends?
Frederick?
I don't remember.
What's her?
Oh no, she worked
no,
in a.
no. She say it again.
No, she was a doctor.
She
in
was a
Blackish.
doctor on Blackish.
But on Girlfriends.
But on Girlfriends, if I'm not mistaken, one of the girls was for sure an attorney. I don't know which one it
I don't
was.
remember either.
But again, these are all women
Yeah.
in power that I
Right.
think have good decision making skills.
Exactly.
I need to have a friend that I'm like, girl, I got 3 minutes. I need you to help me make a decision. Can I
Yeah.
trust you? You got my back because I got yours.
Right.
Yeah.
That's your circle that you need to have. Have your strong
That's a good
five.
squad.
That's a squad.
That's a good
Yeah,
squad.
that's a good
That's a
squad. I
What you
agree.
welcome?
That's
Well,
what you
I
got.
agree.
Yeah.
Rolling with.
Okay, so I'm gonna definitely start mine off with Cookie. Just because she's very powerful, she's street and she's book smart. I mean, like you said, she gonna ride for you. She know how to talk. She know how to hold things down. I definitely would want her on my squad for sure. My second one would definitely be Olivia Pope. Just
Okay.
because, again, you know, she's an attorney. She got that business mindset. She tells you the truth. She's raw. And she's just not afraid to say what's on her mind. So she's very direct. And we need women of power. We need a lot more of that. People who are very outspoken. So that's my two. Number three, I would say Issa Rae. Definitely
Okay.
because she just has a really good mindset, a business mindset. She's funny. I mean, the stuff that she's done is just incredible. She didn't wait for anybody to give her opportunities. She started creating her own opportunities as well as hiring other people like we were just talking about Tyler Perry. So I definitely want to have her on my team. Sister Tamara from Sister Sister, just because I grew up watching that show. I love to laugh. So that's that whole Roger and all that, hilarious. That's a classic show for me. And then what is that? 3, 4? That's 3. Tisha Campbell, her and Martin.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
What kind of show would this be? What kind of genre?
My favorite. It would be a little bit of. It would be very serious, but also funny. Like I love to laugh. You know what I mean? So it's like a mixture of both. But we also got a little bit of business storyline mixed in there. So I would say a mixture of everything because it'll give everybody what they want to watch. Like
Yeah.
a little bit of, you know, we have
Everybody
different
get a
types of
little
viewers.
something.
A little bit of something depending on the episode. So definitely that. And then number 4, Tracy Ross,
Okay.
Girlfriends. Like you said, she's a good listener. She's a good friend. She's very logical. So very dependable. So I loved her character in that. And then the last one I would have to say, I would say, was that 5? I think that was 5.
That might have been.
That
I
was
don't know.
5.
That was
Right,
5.
yeah.
Okay.
You know what?
Honorable mention.
I did have Mary J written down just
where?
From Power. From Power.
I did have
Mary
her
J
written down.
was a good one.
Just
Okay.
because.
I was gonna say Rock from Kanan.
Oh yeah, Rocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I wrote her down just because I want to see her. I like her in her acting bag. I mean, she's, even though some of her people say she can't act or whatever that they want to say negative, but she's playing the hell out of that character. I mean,
Solid.
whatever the episode needs, she's there.
She can
and
give
then,
it to you.
yeah, she's holding it's just, I love her character. So I would definitely have Mary J around. I want to see her in more stuff. And yeah.
Nice. B, you got 5 or you?
I'm gonna go with, first of all, 2 people that are not on the list, which
Okay.
is Rock from Kanan,
Okay.
Raquel, and because Rock is just gangster. Like I need some tough
Yeah.
folks on my
Okay.
show.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Rock. And then I'm gonna go with I'm gonna take Joan from Tracy Ellis Ross.
She's rich. I love her.
I'll take Cookie
Okay.
for sure. See, now these last few, they get tricky. Olivia Pope, I can't really.
Oh, wow.
I get what y'all saying,
You
but
need
she's
her
a little
on the scene,
distracted.
though. She's distracted.
I'm gonna take who was I telling you from Mike Epps' show?
Wanda Sykes.
Wanda Sykes.
okay.
I need the comedy.
Okay.
So I need the comedy from
gonna keep
Wanda
it funny.
Sykes.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
my last one,
keep it funny.
my last one, I'll take Claire Huxtable because we got to stay grounded.
Yeah.
Somebody
Okay.
got to keep us grounded.
How you gonna?
Gentleman wants to get on the podcast.
That's crazy. How you couldn't wait till it was over? In the middle of a show.
Put the speaker on.
No, don't do that. Don't.
We put it on speaker.
Let talk. No. You can talk to it.
Hi.
I'm saying, I'm finna pull up. I'm finna be over there. How long you gonna be over there?
I'm good. He didn't call to an
we on the air right now,
This
bro.
is Columbus Short.
I ain't playing no game.
Pull up. And we actually did go to school. He went to my junior high school. This is we're talking about how talented our squad was growing up in the valley.
Squad was unfuckwittable.
100%. Pull up. We here.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm right around the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, we had Columbus on the show a couple weeks ago.
All right, bet.
He was great. We had him on the show a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he's getting ready to start his own show, which you're about to be on right now.
Let's talk
you
about
finish
it.
this one.
I love it. That's like I said, our school
Go ahead.
was
So,
amazing.
so I had Wanda Sykes,
Yep.
Rock,
Yep.
Claire Huxtable,
Yep.
Tracy Ellis Ross,
Okay.
and Cookie.
What kind of show is that?
It's a little action comedy.
Okay, action
Action
comedy.
comedy.
Okay.
Nice.
That's tough. What is yours? We need yours.
Right.
I have Rue from Euphoria and Claire Huxtable. So Rue is Claire's daughter. You know, you gotta. So it's a little. You know, she got to deal with that.
Okay,
Claire's
okay.
a great mom, but
Yeah.
Rue's a troubled child. Shelby from the Best Man show.
Okay.
And Aunt Viv, the original.
Oh, why you gotta
they're
say
like
something?
best friends.
The light skinned one, the dark skinned one.
dark skinned one.
I
The
know.
first one.
That's what I know. That's what I
She's
said.
sassier. You know what I'm
She
saying?
was
And then
sassy.
Shelby's a little troublesome. She's sassy too. So when you got those two best friends with Claire, who's more
Balanced.
reserved, and then she's trying to raise Rue,
Claire's
who's trouble.
sensible.
But then you got an evildoer in here. Y'all probably don't watch Game of Thrones, which is a shame. But Cersei Lannister,
I actually need to watch that 'cause I
is
heard
in
a lot
there.
about
You
it.
should be ashamed of yourself that you
know.
haven't watched it.
I
Of course, you
did.
should be too. Okay,
You gotta
you see
play
what I'm saying?
Cersei Lannister in here with all these
Absolutely.
powerful black women.
Yes, right. That good, powerful white woman on that show
He
is
put
the
his white
villain.
women, which I'm not mad. He got Carrie Bradshaw on here.
Yeah,
I love it.
No, it's fine.
I love it. I just-
Miranda Gray. I was close.
I'm just trying to figure out how Cersei Lannister's gonna fit in. I love all the other white women.
She is an issue in this show. So like she'll be like,
She's-
Right,
her and
Daenerys.
Claire have some kind of feud. Like maybe she was somebody's boss. Maybe she's something
She's from
like
a
that.
medieval time.
That's what I'm saying. Her
But
hair. She's not gonna fit in with the
She
girls
gonna fit.
today.
She gonna fit, okay?
She's gonna be. We gonna make her meals. Like
It's gonna work. Damn it. Jordan
to the
Peele
big
hire
city.
me because that's where we going now.
Netflix is
that's
not.
like putting like Barney
green
Rubble
lighting this.
in.
Oh no, Barney Rubble was a staple there. Okay,
But I'm just saying, in the era that he came from, how is he beneficial?
you know what? It'll work. Okay, I see the vision
I see
there.
your vision. It's
Okay,
That's
thank
beautiful.
you, thank you.
I love it.
What
We
else?
are
All
artists.
right, that's it. They should let everybody
That's
know.
good.
Let everybody know where they can find you. What you got coming up next?
Yes. So I also am a business owner of a cosmetic line. So I got a ton
Yes.
of products coming out. Yes.
I have her lipstick.
Yes. Portia
Yes.
looks gorgeous in the red lipstick. If you go to the page, you'll see her. She's all over there.
Yes.
But yes, we have a ton of new colors coming out. So you could definitely look forward to that. And you can find me at I am Daisha Marie. I am DAISHA Marie. And then you can find a cosmetic line at It Factor Global. So ITFACTOR.
That's wonderful. I love all
Global.
that.
Yeah.
dope.
Wait, y'all collabed already?
Yes.
It's so crazy. I
I
was
know.
at a gifting lounge and she was there and
Yes.
she had already met my mom and
Already
stuff
met
like that
your
at some
mom.
sets. And she was like, "Oh, you got to try this." And it was so beautiful. So, like I said, I
Yes.
love supporting
Nice.
black
Yes.
owned businesses,
Yeah.
Black
especially in the
business.
beauty space.
Yeah.
I hope you take it to the top. Rihanna's a
Yes.
billionaire. I hope you next in line, girl.
Yes, honey, we on our
Roll
way.
with it.
We
Yes.
are on our way.
Absolutely.
Yes, so
Dope,
definitely
dope.
look forward to that.
Yeah.
Yes, and I also have a role coming up. I just booked called Innocent Girls. That
Okay.
a friend of mine is producing and that she's pitching to a couple of people. So I was fortunate to be the lead in that.
Come
so
through.
stay tuned.
Fire,
Love to hear it.
fire,
Yes,
fire.
absolutely.
Porscha, give it to us. What's next and where can we find you?
Of course, I have a movie that I'm leading on BET, a Christmas film that'll be out. Myself and Denzel Whitaker.
Nice, yeah, no,
Right,
yeah.
you know
Yep.
Denzel.
Mhm.
Right.
I have that coming out. I do have Power Book Force. Let's go.
Yeah.
That'll be,
go.
like I said, next year. We don't know yet.
We didn't ask her about All American.
Yes. Oh, I'm All American Homecoming. I'm on that too.
But she's like, it's so much. I
I'm
can't even-
I'm so sorry.
We
With
didn't
my
get
boy
into
Corey
that.
Hardrick,
Yeah.
who just starred with
Yep,
Megan Good
yep.
in the Tyler Perry
Right.
film.
Mhm.
So yes, you
Divorce
can
in
catch
Black.
me on Divorce and Black. I am on All American Homecoming, which is the spinoff. Right now, it's airing. Stay tuned. It comes on every
Yeah,
Monday
yeah.
night.
Yep.
You'll catch me on the episode. I'm actually the wife of Corey Hardrick.
Oh, nice.
And we share a son together.
He's not beating on you on this one.
No, he's a good guy. Trust me, I'm the aggressive one on this one. It's totally reversed.
Got you.
So yes, Corey's another good friend that I've known so long. So you can look forward to All American Homecoming. Catch my music. I have my songs out. Fire Body, that's on Spotify, iTunes. Temptation, my Christmas record. I can't wait for you to come. It's called Unwrap Me. It's pretty sexy. Yeah, I got some more music coming out. So be on the lookout for that. And like I said, a new show actually that I did. I'm sure you probably know. You know Chase Anthony?
I don't. Oh,
He's a comedian.
Yeah,
Chase
yeah.
Oh,
Anthony.
Chase,
wow.
yeah.
I haven't seen
Curly
Chase
hair.
in years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chase Anthony. We
Yeah,
are starring
that's
on
all
a
I got.
show that is written and produced, executive produced by me and him, and
Oh, wow.
Bentley Evans, who also did.
We had Bentley last week.
Yeah, I saw that on the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And we have our show that's coming out. That's called Head Over Hill, 10 episodes that they're
Nice.
pitching now. So
Nice.
a lot of
There go
projects
Chase right
coming
there on the
out.
screen. Yeah.
Yeah, there goes
That's
Chase.
all I
Chase
got.
Anthony.
I haven't seen him in a while, but that's all I got for sure.
He's on the stand-up tour. He's been doing
Yeah.
stand-up everywhere. He's been in his bag. But yes, proud. We did a nice 10 episodes of a show that
Is
Bentley
that
is
going
doing.
to bounce?
I don't know. I know they're pitching anything to Bounce BET. Of course,
Okay.
Bentley has a deal with Bounce.
Yeah, that's
but I'm
all right.
not currently sure. But we shot it in like 3 weeks, all 10. It was a blast. And
Yeah.
we had a good time. So yeah, be on the
Congrats.
lookout
And
for
you're-
that. But
you're an executive producer
at
on that as well.
executive producer, me and Chase
Yes.
at
Lit.
Porscha Coleman at PORSCHA COLEMAN. Find
Yeah.
me. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Snapchat,
All of
LinkedIn, you
that.
name it. All the above, baby.
Yeah,
Yes.
B more they already know.
We already know.
let's do it.
I'm
B
good.
more.
I am B more on everything.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for coming. You know
Thanks
what I mean?
for having
Everybody,
us.
please subscribe, like, follow, watch. Let us know what you think. You know,
Yes,
movies
sir.
and models, episode
Yes.
15.
I love it. Let's go, baby.
Go.